So check this out. I worked in music retail for quite some time, right? So when I was working in the store, I had a dad come to me, and he didn't like our trumpet prices. Now generally, between the first 5 instruments, flute, clarinet, saxophone, trumpet, trombone, the saxophone is twice as much as any of the other 4. Well, you gotta think about it. At first I thought it was ridiculous, but when you look at them, you know, instrument, look at the build of this thing. It has so many moving parts. So it's kind of warranty. So here's what I'm getting at. This gentleman comes in, wants to get a trumpet for his son. He did not like our trumpet prices. Trumpets, you can get a good trumpet, beginning trumpet outright for like $400. Quite considerably less than saxophone, right? And they rent for like $22 to $30. But he didn't like those prices because he'd been looking online, and online he found that he can get one for $120, $150. And I was like, sir, please don't do that. Don't do that to your son. And but he thought I was just being a salesman. No, I actually had his best interest at heart. But he couldn't see that at the time. So he bought the instrument. Even brought it back so I could see it. Bragging, gloating. I was cordial, you know. I was like, okay. He was like, yeah, look, pretty cool. I only got $150, you know. I said, okay. Didn't say nothing about it. Like clockwork, 2-3 weeks later, he comes back. Hey, my son is having a problem with his trumpet. Can you fix it? I said, dude, we can't touch that. He's like, why not? I said, that's not an educator approved brand. Here's why it's not an educator approved brand. Because there are brands online that do not make spare parts for their instruments. And so he's like, what? I said, well, imagine this. If you bought a car, and if anything goes wrong with it, whether accidental or just routine maintenance, if anything goes wrong, it need an oil change. Instead of getting an oil change, you have to throw away the car and get a whole nother one. He's like, that's ridiculous. I said, but that's what this company is asking you to do. Their mentality is, you paid $150 for this trumpet. It was cheap. Just buy another one. And he was, say at least he wasn't happy about that. So then at this point, he was like, well, can't you just put other parts on there? I was like, sir, you can't take Toyota parts and throw it on a Jeep. It doesn't work like that. Yes, they're both vehicles, but it doesn't work like that. All parts are not created equal, if you will. So, you know, these parts, this manufacturer made it this way for a specific reason. And here's another thing. Now you maybe can find maybe some freelance technicians who may fool with it, but usually technicians who work in a music store, especially a larger company, they're not going to touch it, because in their endeavor to be a good Samaritan to try to fix your instrument, they may accidentally further damage it and cause more damage that they can't repair, and now they're held liable. So they don't want to stick their neck out to do that. So that's the main danger. That's the main danger of buying offline. Because A, you don't even know if you get a good quality instrument, and B, you might not even be able to repair it.